we'll start off at the top, as is our custom for the deep dive. Magomed Ankalaev versus Johnny Walker. I think we were both pretty disappointed with the result.
Yeah, well, you had the call there.
I did. Was slightly. I said submission in 2 or 3, but I kind of did think could be a TKO as well. He's got fucking good hands, as we mentioned in the last show. And he's proving that he is the real deal. Like, he is the guy, like we mentioned earlier as well. So well rounded. We thought that he was going to grapple.
He didn't shoot once.
Didn't even try.
I was waiting for it.
Yeah,
I was sitting there watching it with my brother. I was like, "Watch this. This guy will try and take him down." Like, as soon as he gets clipped. And no, he just stood there and traded with him.
Yeah, no, it was crazy, and especially boxing wise, he looked better than Walker. Walker tried a couple things. He was a bit. He put a bit of flair to his throws, but at the end of the day, it was just fundamentals that beat him. And Walker was caught kind of like in a bad position. He was a little bit off balance, and he got clipped hard. And he did a Johnny Walker. It was a weird knockout, not as weird as we've seen before, but it was a weird one.
Yeah,
He ended up covering his face, which I thought was a bit odd. Maybe he broke his nose or something.
Yeah, I think that is actually quite a common human reaction.
Yeah, I suppose right.
A
bit funny.
So yeah, his chin, as we said before this fight, isn't in the best place.
No, and especially against light heavyweights.
That's right. Yeah. So, well, he's not going down a weight class.
Well, he was talking about lightweight next.
Was he?
So
be the first 6'6" lightweight to compete in it.
He would. I would say. There's a basketballer who's 170 pounds, and he's 6'7". Imagine he fought in the UFC.
Is it Bowl? Is that his name?
I'm not sure.
Bowl.
I saw a picture of him on Instagram.
Is he quite a tall, slender, dark man?
Yeah. If he's 6'7" and he's 170 pounds.
Oh, 6'7"?
Yeah, 6'7".
Oh, that's not that tall for the NBA.
Yeah, but he's 170 pounds.
Okay, I'm thinking of someone else then.
Oh, right.
Yeah. Anyway, we're not here to talk about basketball.
Lightweight.
Are people here to listen to basketball?
No. But I saw a meme, and it was like, imagine this would be the weirdest lightweight in the UFC. 6'7".
Oh yeah,
taller than John Jones, and he's fucking in lightweight. Be pretty funny to watch. Khabib would still win.
I don't think John Jones is that tall.
He's 6'4".
Oh, is he? Oh, okay, well I guess that's fairly tall.
I think Volkov is 6'7".
He was. So. Righto. Anyway,
crazy.
Who do you see? I'm going to say Johnny Walker first because I think there's a little bit more of a discussion to be had around Ankalaev. But who do you see Johnny Walker going up against next?
Should we pull up
I think we should.
Rankings? You can do your weather report now if you'd like.
Weather has been shit today, guys. We are now in the middle of summer, and we had, I think, a 14 or 15 degree day full of showers.
Yeah, real big rain as well.
Yeah, some heavy rain, which is very confusing considering we had a 28 degree day yesterday.
Yeah.
And a 28 degree day the day before that.
Yeah, and Thursday was 32.
Thursday with 30, but today it's just pissing down. Tomorrow I think it's supposed to be warm again.
Yeah, tomorrow's supposed to be good. It's in the weekend, next weekend, I think Friday, Saturday, and Sunday are all supposed to be above 30.
This weather is quite weird. Literally giving me a headache. The chopping and changing between hot and cold, it's too much.
It's a strange place to live. The weather can just change on an instant as well. We could be having a 20 degree morning or a 15 degree morning, and then by 7 o'clock it's 35 degrees. Pretty weird. It's a weird place. It's a good place. I like Christchurch.
Come check it out.
But weather report done. Let's have a look at the. Let's tell Dana White what he needs to do. Yeah, same. Bloody, it's tough, isn't it?
Right.
Here's the light heavies.
Weight. So Johnny Walker was sitting in 7th.
Yeah, he's 7. I'd say he's got to fight down. He's got to fight down now.
Yeah.
He's had his chance to jump into the top 3.
Who did he fight before Ankalaev?
He beat Anthony Smith.
That's right.
By decision. He also beat Ryan Spann, knocked him out, and he also beat Paul Craig, knocked him out.
So he's on a good, decent little run there.
Yeah, he was.
But all guys outside of the top 10. apart from Anthony Smith, who is ranked 10.
Yeah, and Ryan Spann is 11. So I think we drop him back down to below top 10. Volkan Ozdemir would be a fun one if
Dominic
he's
Ray.
still.
Oh, Dominic
keen.
Reyes is booked, isn't he?
Yeah, Reyes is booked. Let's have a wee peek at Ozdemir and just see how. I can't remember how active he's been, because I wouldn't want to give him to Johnny Walker if he's not been active. You know, that just seems a bit unfair. Who was this?
Who's this fella?
Yeah, I want him to fight. I reckon this guy should fight Johnny Walker. I'd love to see that guy get knocked.
Mahmoud.
Hopefully he's not like the queen of Germany or something.
Mahmoud.
How do I spell Ozdemir?
So, while Kobe gets through his
Here we are.
technical difficulties. All right.
So Volkan Ozdemir, let's have a peek at how active he has been. His last fight was September 2023. So he fought recently and he got a submission. Johnny Walker versus Ozdemir. What do you think about that?
I think that's a good fight.
Yeah.
Where's he ranked, sorry, currently?
He's ranked number 9.
Okay, yeah.
So, you know, he's above people that Johnny has already beaten in Spann and Smith. I don't think we need to see those rematches.
No.
But he's 1-1. You know. Ooh, what about Roundtree? Oh, he's already beaten Roundtree.
Mm-hmm.
Beat him in his debut.
Mm-hmm.
That could be an interesting rematch.
It could be, but what does it answer? I mean, if I were Roundtree, I wouldn't want that fight. Where does that propel him to? Do you know what I mean?
True.
If I were Roundtree, I'd be looking a little bit further up the order than Johnny Walker. And I don't think if I were Johnny Walker, I'd want to come off that knockout loss from Ankalaev and go right in there against one of the hardest hitters in the division.
Yeah, I think you're right. Roundtree.
I think I am too.
You're always bloody right, aren't you?
That happens.
Yeah, no. He's never left. But yeah. So Roundtree deserves someone within the top 5. I think we can both agree on that.
We're talking about Roundtree now?
Roundtree. So we'll cut that out. That's Dana, cut that out. That's not happening. Volkan Ozdemir, give him to Johnny Walker. Any other ideas there? Menfield just got to win.
Maybe the winner of Reyes and
True.
Olberg.
That would be good. That's a good point. Very good point.
Because that's coming up soon, isn't it?
Yes, it got rescheduled. It's now the main event of I think a Vegas fight night or Atlanta. I think Atlanta rings a bell.
Just because I like, well, it's going to be Olberg. Yeah, so I think Olberg versus Johnny Walker is a really exciting matchup.
It is. Oh yeah, that gives Olberg a chance to make a name for himself, proper name for himself in the UFC as well. And he will deserve something like that, like a top 10 guy if he beats someone like Dominic Reyes.
In dramatic fashion, which he is going to do. I'm calling it.
And also Johnny Walker does need some time off, so he can wait for the winner of that one.
Yep.
Another shout would be Alonzo Manfield, who recently got a win against Dustin Jacoby. He looked pretty impressive, although he kind of got outpointed, but he's got heavy hands, a little bit of a chin.
Just a little chin.
Just a little bit of a chin. You know, he's human after all. He's only human after all.
Ankalaev.
So we've figured that out.
So yeah, that's what we want for Johnny Walker. Ankalaev, however, is rightfully calling for a shot at the belt. I mean, fair enough.
He does deserve it.
But the thing is if he wants that shot, he is going to have to wait at least, I'm going to say, till the end of this year. Just because Jamal Hill is when he steps back, he is going to step right in there against Alex Pereira.
How long is he out for, though?
Jamal Hill? I don't think it's too much longer.
Because we've been talking about it, and there's been a lot of chat on the social medias that it could potentially be him versus Pereira for the belt at 300.
Mm-hmm.
Is he fit for 300? Do we know that? Is that confirmed?
I don't know him that well.
Do you not?
I was better friends with his brother, to be honest, so we're kind of going through a bit of a rough patch.
Right, good point. Fair enough. Well, should we look that up? I'm kind of interested on that, because if he is out and Alex is looking for a fight at 300, he didn't take much damage.
That's true.
You know?
And for those of you who don't know, just while Kobe brings this up, Alex Pereira the other day, I can't remember if it was just an Instagram post or something on his story, was talking about how he will soon be speaking English, which is exciting.
Wow. Cool.
He was saying that he is a bit insecure about his English speaking at the moment, but
he'll be a star even more.
Yeah. It sounds like he's about to make that jump, which is exciting. Just another example of why this guy is, just a great addition to the UFC.
Oh god, yeah, he's been the best since he
Yeah, what, he had 3 fights before he fought for the belt in the UFC, or 3 or 4 fights before he fought for the belt, and since then he's just had title fights apart from that one against Jan.
I think he had 3. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, no, exactly. He's only fought killers. Former champions.
It's got to be one. Yeah. So no. Yeah. That's right. He's only fought former champions since he fought Izzy.
Yeah.
Or even you could say since he fought Sean Strickland, he has only fought champions.
Exactly.
I mean, Sean wasn't a champion at the time, but
he's a top talent, and he's a great personality. If he learns a bit of English,
in my opinion,
that Brizenglish.
In my opinion, one of the top, I'm going to say top 3 combat sports athletes of all time.
Yeah, honestly,
just in what he's managed to do in each sport.
If he can, especially if he can like hold this belt for a bit, and if he wins the heavyweight strap, if that does happen, I know it's a bit of hearsay for now. If that happened, it's pretty hard to say he's not.
Yeah, but anyway, back to what I was saying. He said that we will have some fight announcements to do with him very in the next, hopefully a few days.
Yeah. So Hill's injury apparently, this article was written in November. It says around 6 months from then. So that would line up for April when 300 will be. But saying that, that's pretty like close to when that would line up. So maybe
it wouldn't seem like he'd be back shape, training. Yeah.
So that's a tough one to say that it will be Hill. I think it's just a bit too early for Hill. So you never know. When did he say that on his Instagram? Because
I think it was 2 days ago.
Right. Maybe Ankalaev. It could be Ankalaev.
Yeah.
If that doesn't come to fruition, if he doesn't end up fighting for the belt next, which he does deserve, who else do we think the guy should fight?
Pereira.
Ankalaev.
Ankalaev.
Yeah.
I don't think he should fight Yuri.
No. Well, Yuri's booked as well.
Oh, is he?
Yuri Prochazka.
Oh, we've talked about that, haven't we?
He's booked against Rakic.
Right.
At 300.
You're correct. Is there anyone else that he can fight? Like, we've got
Jan again, maybe, but that's
no
tough sell.
If he's smart, he's not going to fight Jan.
He deserves a title shot, basically. He should fight the winner of Hill Pereira, or he should just fight Pereira if he's got time before that Hill match.
So yeah, like I said, I think if he wants to get the best fight possible for him, it's not going to be an immediate turnaround unless he's fighting Alex Pereira
for
the belt next before Jamal Hill.
Yeah, I fully agree with that. He deserves it. The man has deserved. Well, he got one title shot, but he's deserved another one since then. He's been perennial top 5 for a very long time. He's knocked off many top guys.
The only problem with
well-rounded
with sitting back and doing something like that and waiting for a title shot is then you get, just say, hypothetically, Alexander Rakic goes in there and clips Yuri in the first round, knocks him out like a crazy first round knockout. Boom. Next thing you know, he's the next guy, because it is based on who's active and
recency bias. There's a lot of recency bias.
That's the problem with MMA, and so I mean, it's a hard situation for him to be in. But I think that's what he needs to do.
He's been a bit shat on recently. He's not been a lucky fighter in the UFC, right?
No.
He had that fight with what's his name? He just popped to his profile. He had that fight with Kutabella. So do you remember this fight?
No.
So basically what happened is it looked like he rocked him very early in the first round. Kutabella was playing chicken a little bit, like acting rocked.
Right.
He hit him again a couple times, and the ref stepped in, and Kutabel was completely fine. He was just acting like he was rocked.
Right.
So it was a big controversy. They got booked again. He knocked Kutabel out clean. Then he obviously fought 4 more times since then, won every single one of them convincingly. Fought Jan. It was a draw for the belt. Crazy as. Johnny Walker, no contest because he kneed him in the head. Like, he's not been lucky. I mean, that last one was his fault.
Yeah. And I'm going to say,
side.
like, the Jan Blachowicz fight, both of those guys
Deserve to win.
No. Both of those guys, neither of them deserve to win, in my opinion. Those last 2 rounds, they went out there and they didn't give it everything. You know what I mean?
That was a silly statement by me.
It was a poor showing of a championship fight. Hence why they both got thrown back to the dogs of the light heavyweight division, while Jahamal and Glover. That's what we do here. And
we
Glover,
say names wrong here.
And Glover stepped up
we're from different countries.
To take that title fight. In which case, it's been well over a year now since that, isn't it?
Hell yeah. That was December 10, 2022.
Yeah.
That was like a year and... but yeah, pretty much a year. Yeah,
so
over a year. Craziness. But yeah, no, he deserves a title fight. If that is not an option, then the only guy that's kind of even semi-logical would be a rematch with Jan, but I mean, that's a bit...
Or the winner of Yuri versus Rakic.
Yeah. But give the man a title shot.
Yeah, it needs to happen.
Especially after that kind of win.
From what he was saying in the press conference after the fight as well, did you watch that?
No.
So he pretty much said, Glover, don't even bother teaching your boy wrestling because I'm going to go in there and strike with him. Which I think is pretty naive.
Pretty naive. Maybe mind games.
Maybe mind games, yep. But I mean, if you're a fighter that says that and then you go in there and you start sniffing crotches straight away, you're not going to have much respect from one, the fans, and 2, your fellow fighters.
Correct. But saying, like, what I want from him against Alex is I want to see him wrestle Alex.
Yeah.
I want to see what happens. Like, I want to see someone who's got really good wrestling against Alex, see if he can pin him, see if he can keep him down, see if he can actually, like, try to submit him or deal some mad damage on the ground, because no one's really been able to do that yet.
No, and everyone's given it a crack.
Yeah.
I mean, we even saw Izzy try to wrestle and submit Alex.
Exactly. But no one's been able to hold him. But this guy is a lot better at wrestling than the rest of them.
Yeah.
So that's what we all want to see. It's like, don't be a silly bugger and try and strike with this guy. I get your ego won't let you take him down or some shit. Win the fight, or try to win the fight. That's what we want to see. And we want to see Felder. We want to see if Pereira can come out the other side, and if he really is as good as we think he is, you know. Because if someone can keep him down, beat him up a little bit, is that going to be the end of Pereira? You never know. So that's what we want to find out.
Yeah.
Don't be a silly bugger, Ankalaev. I know you're listening. Hey guys, thank you very much for watching this short episode of Combat Corner.
If you like what you see, we've got lots of long form content below and lots of other videos like this, so feel free to go along and check it out. We really appreciate all your support. Thanks again for watching.
Thank you very much. Like, subscribe, comment, share it around. Have a good day.
Peace.